What up, reader fam? Today I'm going to be sharing my thoughts, opinions, and feels on Wappa the Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. If you didn't know, this is actually the BOOKSPLOSION book of the month for the month of March, and this month we are working with Bloomsbury. And if you don't know what BOOKSPLOSION is, it's a monthly book club that's put on by Christine from PolandbananasBOOKS, Kat from Cattytastic, and me, myself, and This month, our live show discussion will be happening on April 1st, so if you haven't picked up The Bone Season, you should go pick it up and join us for the live show. Also, if you're watching this video and it's already been April 1st of 2017, then I will leave a link down below to the recorded live show. So if you didn't know, The Bone Season is actually the first in what's going to be a 7-book series. And there are already 3 books out in this series. We've got the first book here, which is The Bone Season, obviously. The second book in the series is the MIME order. And then we have the latest release in the series, The Song Rising, which is the 3rd book. So let me break down for you what The Bone Season is all about. This story takes place in 2059. We're jumping into the future with this book, which really that's not super far away. It's like 42 years away, which actually I guess that is pretty far away. In this book, we follow our main character Paige, who is doing some work in the criminal underworld of Scion, London. And let me just say Scion and not Skyon, like I've been saying in all my videos when I talk about this book. Oopsie poopsie. Paige is a clairvoyant, which in this world makes her illegal. The thing about Paige is that she's a dreamwalker, which to put it simply gives her the ability to go throughout people's minds that are around her. Her ability is pretty freaking rare, so she's got to keep it on the down low. One day she decides to go and visit her father, which ends up being a really big mistake. After an accident goes down on the way to her father's house, she's attacked and captured. She's taken to this place that's been hidden for 200 years and she's assigned a master. And this is where Paige's journey back to freedom begins. The genre of this book is basically a hybrid of urban fantasy and dystopian. There are elements from both of those genres packed into this book, and I really enjoyed this book. I really didn't know what to expect going into it. I knew kind of what the story was about, but I didn't know how it was going to unfold, and I really found myself enjoying this book. I want to first kind of talk about the world and how it was presented to us, because that was the thing that I was most intimidated by in this book. Even though I've read this book, I still don't feel like I have a full grasp on the ins and outs of this world. The world in this book is just so massive, and there's just so much to explore and learn. I mean, you know it's going to be a massive world when there's basically like an index of the different powers and whatnot. And after having read this book, I totally understand why it is going to be a 7-book series, because I do think that this first book does a great job of kind of setting up the groundwork for this world, but there is just so much left to explore and so many things that I have questions about. But I will say that you just have to go into this book knowing that the world building is going to kind of just be dumped on you, which info dumping can be a lot, and I will admit there were times in this book where I was like, this is a lot of information. I will say that even though I do think that it could have been delivered in a different way, I didn't mind it because I found every aspect of the world just so interesting and I wanted to learn about it, so it didn't really bother me that there were all these info dumps happening. And I will say that the world building kind of slowed down the pacing of the book, which for the most part this is a pretty balanced book when it comes to the pacing. The story did kind of move at a fast pace, but then we would hit these little info dumps and it would really slow down the overall movement of the story. The overall plot of the book was really great though, and I liked the direction it went in, and I liked the overall conflict that the story unfolded. And Samantha Shannon just jammed in so much in this book. We explore so many different things. Throughout the story, she kind of delves into the past and to the history of the world and the characters, which kind of helps us understand kind of the situation at hand and helps us understand our characters a lot more. But also everything that is happening in present day is really interesting as well. There are just so many different things that are going on. We've got things happening with the government, we've got friendships being built, we've got the characters being trained, and so many other different things that if I told you everything, it would obviously spoil the story, so I'm not gonna do that. Finally, next, I want to talk about the characters a little bit, mostly Paige, because she is our main character. She's the one that I feel like we really get to know the most because we're seeing through her eyes throughout the whole story. And that's just something that I really loved the most about this story, is that we really get to know our main character, Paige. We delve deep into her past and kind of understand who she is, what she's all about. We really get to know her ability and her troubles that she has with her ability. Overall, I felt The Bone Season was a rich story, heavy on the info dumps, but full of fantastic characters and a satisfying plot. I'm definitely really excited to pick up the next 2 books in the series and carry on with this series, but I want to hear from you guys. Let me know down below if you plan to pick up The Bone Season and read it. Also, let me know down below if you've already read The Bone Season and your thoughts on this book. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. I post videos frequently on this channel, so if you want to be notified for when I post new videos, be sure and go and click subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye, chew.